Question number 23. Find the values of x and y that satisfies the equation 4 minus 3i multiply 4 plus 3i over 2 plus I equals x plus yi. First, we multiply the numerator. We have 4 minus 3i multiply 4 plus 3i equals 4 power 2 plus 3 power 2. Note that we have 4 minus 3i multiply its conjugate. So its result always the real part plus the imagined part. The real part square plus the imagined part square. So we have 4 square plus 3 square, which equal 25 over the same denominator 2 plus I here. So we have 25 over 2 plus I. Now what is the conjugate of denominator? Here we have 2 plus I. Its conjugate equals 2 minus I. So multiplying up and down by 2 minus I here. So we have 25 over 2 plus I multiply 2 minus I over 2 minus I. 25 multiply 2 minus I equals 25 multiply 2 minus I. 2 plus I by its conjugate 2 minus I equals the real part square plus the imagined part all square. So it is equal 25 multiply 2 minus I over 5. 2 square plus 1 equals 5. 25 divide 5 equals 5. Here divide 5 equals 1, divide 5 equals 5. So the result equals 5 multiply 2 minus I, which equal 5 multiply 2 equals 10, and 5 multiply negative I equals negative 5i. But we have 10 minus 5i equals x plus I, so x equals 10 and y equals negative 5, because the required here is to find the value of each of x and y. Question number 24. If the solution set of the inequality x squared minus 4 less than or equal x plus k is negative 2 and 3, then k equals negative 6, 1, 2, or 10. In this problem, in this question, we have the solution set is negative 2 and 3. So the set of zeros is negative 2 and 3. So I'll make equation here. It will be x squared minus x minus 4 minus k less than or equal 0. Less than or equal 0. Okay. We have x squared minus 4. We bring x from the right hand side to left hand side. It will be negative x. And it will be negative k less than or equal 0. So we have the equation here. X squared minus x minus 4 minus k equal 0. And its solution is negative 2 and 3. But the solution of the whole inequality is the closed interval from negative 2 to 3. So the two roots are negative 2 and 3. The product of these two roots is negative 6. Also the product equals c over a. Okay. And their sum is negative b over a, but I will not use it. Again, the product of the two roots of any quadratic equation equals c over a. C is the absolute term and a is the coefficient of x squared. So we have c over a equals negative 2 multiplied 3, which equal negative 6. Also, we have c over a equals negative 4 minus k over 1, which equal negative 6. It means negative 4 minus k equals negative 6. And from that, you can deduce that k equals 2. K equals 2. How you get it? We have here equal, okay? We have negative 4 plus 6 equals positive k. Negative 4 plus 6, it's 2, and 2 equals k. So the solution is letter C. Question number 25. The range of the function f of theta equals 3 sine 2 theta. Okay, here we have the coefficient of sine 2 theta is 3. So the range equals the closed interval from negative 3 to 3. And we choose letter C here. Question number 26. Here we have AB equals 7. AB equals 7. And BC equals 5 centimeters. BC equals 5 centimeters. And the AE equals 6 centimeters. Here we have AE equals 6 centimeters. And the DE equals X here. So the required here is to find the value of X. From the given figure here we have AB multiply AC equals AE multiply AD. So substitute AB equals 7 and the AC equals 12. AC it is 7 here. 7 plus 5 it is 12. Multiply AE which equals 6. Multiply 6 plus X. It is the length of line segment AD. Divide by 6 here. We get 12 divided 6 equals 2. And 6 divided 6 equals 1. So 2 multiply 7 equals 14. And in the right hand side we have 6 plus X. And from that X equals 8. And we choose letter D. Question number 27. We have A is a point outside the circle M. Here we have A is a point outside the circle M. Here it is the center of the circle. Okay. And the AB is a tangent. AB is a tangent to the circle at B. Here. Draw AD to intersect the circle at C and D. We draw AD to intersect the circle at 2 points C and D. If measure of arc BD equals 150. Measure of arc BD, this arc equals 150. And the measure of arc BC equals 80. Arc BC equals 80. Then measure of angle A equals. We have a well-known problem. This here. Measure of angle A equals half multiply measure of arc BD minus measure of arc BC. Measure of arc BD minus the small one, measure of arc BC. So we substitute. Here we get measure of angle A equals half multiply measure of arc BD, it is 150, minus measure of arc BC, it is 80. 150 minus 80 equals 70. So half multiply 70 equals 35. And the answer will be letter B. Question number 28. The terminal side of angle theta is in standard position, intersects the unit circle at point B of coordinates x and 3/5. And the x less than 0. Less than 0, it means x is negative value. then sine 90 plus theta equals. Okay. We have the point B, X, and 3 over 5 intersect the unit circle. So x square plus y square equals 1. That means x square plus 3 over 5 all square equals 1. And we will calculate to find x square. So x square equals 1 minus 3 over 5 all square here from left hand side to right hand side. So we get x square equals 1 minus 9 over 25, which equals 16 over 25. Now we have x square equals 16 over 25. So x equals square root of 16 over 25. Positive or negative, of course. So x equals positive or negative 4 over 5. But x is less than 0. It is from the given. So we choose the negative value. And the x, you know that any point on the unit circle, like B, of coordinates x, of coordinates cosine theta and y sine theta. So x equals cosine theta. So x equals cosine theta, but x equals negative 4 over 5. We write negative 4 over 5, and the cosine theta equals negative 4 over 5. But the required here is to find the sine 90 plus theta. Sine 90 plus theta equals cosine theta. So we write here sine 90 plus theta equals cosine theta, which equal negative 4 over 5, which equal negative 0.8. 4 over 5, 0.8. And you will choose letter A. Question number 29. Here in the figure we have FB equals 2.5, FC equals 2 centimeters, FE equals 6 centimeters. And we have CB is parallel to ED. The required here is to find FD, the value of FD. So we'll start from the beginning. We have CB is parallel to ED. What you deduce? We deduce that CF over FD equals BF over FE, and we write it here. And we substitute CF equals 2 and the FD is unknown, equals 2.5 over 6, cross multiplication. We got FD equals 2 multiply 6 over 2.5, which equal 4.8 centimeters, and you choose letter D. Question number 30. In the opposite figure, here we have AB equals 8 centimeters, CB equals 5 centimeters, BE equals 40 centimeters, and AD bisects angle A external. The required here is to calculate AE. AE. What is the length of AE? So we have AE bisects angle A. And we can deduce that it is exterior bisector. So EB over, back again to E, over EC equals BA over AC. I remove the arcs again. Okay, so I write BE over AC again, EB here over EC equals BA over AC. Okay. And now substitute. What is the length of AB? It is 40. What is the length of AC? It is 45. 40 plus 5, it is 45. 40 plus 5, it is 45. Equals BA. What is the length of BA? It is 8. Here, it is 8. Over AC. Now we want to calculate AC. AC equals 8 multiply 45 over 40. You can use calculator. Here we have 8 multiply 45 over 40. The result equals 9. So AC equals 9 centimeters. And I write it. Now we have very important rule here. We have AE, the length of AE, it is required here, equals EB multiply EC, EB multiply EC minus BA multiply AC. Again, what is the length of the exterior bisector? AE equals EB multiply AC minus BA multiply AC. And we substitute. EB equals 40 here. AC equals 45 minus BA equals 8. BA equals 8. And the AC, we deduce it, equals 9. Write it in calculator. Here it will be 24 root 3. So we write square root of 40 multiply 45 minus 8 multiply 9, it is 72. And the result equals 24 root 3. And you will choose letter D. Question number 31. If sine x equals cosine x, then sine x plus y equals. We know that it is a rule. When sine x equals cosine x, so x plus y equals 90. Okay? So sine 90 equals 1. Again, we have sine x equals cosine x. That means x plus y equals 90. So sine x plus y equals sine 90, and sine 90 equals 1, and you will choose the letter A here. Question 32. If one of the roots of the equation x squared minus m plus 3 multiply x plus 3 equals 0 is the additive inverse of the other root, then m equals one of the two roots is the additive inverse, so their sum equals 0. Example, if one of the two roots equals 5, so the other root will be negative 5. It is the additive inverse. Their sum equals 0. Okay? If one of the two roots is half, so the other will be the additive inverse. It will be negative half. And their sum also equals 0. Okay? So, the sum of the two roots equals the negative b over a. In this equation, again, remember that here, in this equation, in its standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So the sum of the two roots equals negative b over a. Okay? So the sum of the two roots equals the negative b over a, which equals 0, because one of the two roots is the additive inverse of the other. Of course, remember that the product of the two roots of this equation equals c over a. C over a. Okay? Here, what is the value of b? B equals negative M plus 3. And here we have negative, negative, and B equals negative M plus 3 over 1 equals 0. Here A equals 1, 0. So M plus 3 equals 0. That means M equals negative 3. And you will choose letter B. Question 33. The two roots of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. The two roots here are equal. So we have b squared minus 4ac equals 0. It is the discriminant. B squared minus 4ac equals 0. And from that, b squared equals positive 4ac. And you will choose letter C. And this is the end of model 2.